4 Love of Boxing at the top of the world. Look, it's a throwback Thursday. Look. Man, we right back at it, man. If you're watching this, you're seeing this premiere on a Thursday, and we told everybody we was gonna be talking about Mayweather and Pacquiao has been in the news because it looks like it's gonna happen in September. Fellas, tell me all about it.
Yeah, well, there ain't much to talk about because both guys are way past their prime. Both guys obviously are doing it for the clout, and I say that
And money.
I say that really boldly because it is about the clout. It is about the clout. And everything that comes along with it. You know what it is Mayweather can't stay out of the spotlight too long. He's that personality. You just can't.
Yes,
you know, and when others are getting some shine, he feels as if he can still do it better than anybody else. So he's just like, he releases information or tidbits on something during somebody else's fight week to try to, obviously he realized maximize on that attention, but then at the same time maybe try to steal the attention.
Have you think we ever seen a personality like Floyd in boxing before, bro? Like, have you ever seen another fighter or, seen a personality within boxing that's kind of captured it like that, like Floyd has?
Well, I think Floyd's taken it from a couple other fighters, but one that came to mind several decades before him was Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
He captured the media differently than any other fighter really did because of his mouthpiece.
He allowed himself to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
He didn't care that people didn't like him, but he actually he absorbed it and thrived off of it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Mayweather is doing.
Yeah, Mayweather has always had a good team around him because I think he's like the most followed boxer on social media. And so when he does something or when he promotes something that he's at or whatever, I mean, it's a huge following. He still has a huge following.
I guess you could kind of do the comparison with Ali if you're talking about just when it comes from the fan support or how many people actually follow him in that sense or whatever, right?
Because
Ali was something else when it came to the mouthpiece part.
Behavior of just trying to spark attention, that's still Ali.
But I don't necessarily know about something like that like Floyd has, man.
Camps. There's pictures of Ali freaking banging the door.
Yeah, but I don't think Floyd does it like that. I don't think Floyd has the same type of charisma like that like Ali had, bro. I see Floyd I see Floyd a little bit more like rich man's Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker used to get underneath people's skins with some of the shit that he used to say within the promotion of it, right? And when he was at the top, and then it created quite a story. It's just that Floyd's never been knocked off of that perch, and so it still just creates more and more.
Well, he's put himself out there a lot more than Pernell did too, but they had the opportunities were different then.
Yeah.
So like Floyd did Dancing with the Stars, and then he did WWE. So he tried to transition into a couple of things like that. He got into the music business and did some
imagine
stuff
if
like
you
that.
would have had Floyd's promotional team with Pernell Whitaker, because I'm gonna tell you, arguably for me, Pernell Whitaker's draw versus Julio Cesar Chavez is bigger than anything that's on Floyd's resume. I mean, I said what I said.
One more time.
Pernell Whitaker's draw against Julio Cesar Chavez is bigger or more impressive than anything that's on Floyd's resume. To me. For what he did that day. He made Chavez look dumb. And at that point, Chavez had never even lost a fight.
I would say maybe the fight with Oscar was that
right?
transitional time, too, where pay-per-views got elevated to a certain amount after that fight.
I think Oscar to me would probably be the closest thing that we've seen to Floyd when it comes to the personality to go within the charisma that went with it, right? Because Oscar carried a certain the whole Golden Boy persona that went with it, but there was a whole another layer of people that just wanted to see Oscar get his ass kicked that didn't necessarily promote Oscar in that sense too.
So both of them also had the fan base where you're either with them or against them. Both of them had that going for them.
Yeah.
But one thing that Oscar came on a little too early for social media. So like if he would have came in like around Floyd's time, like the last 5 years.
You think Oscar outsells Floyd if you give him 10 years, let's just say, because of all the extra
he would have. Yeah, he would have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because he was the
That's
one that
nuts, bro.
he was bringing the females to the fights and in swarms. And
Rockstar
that was
status,
social media. They couldn't wait to see him live, man.
Yeah, that's my point. If it was during when social media was on point,
he would have been a much larger star, and he would have made a lot more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I trip out because I lived the De La Hoya era right as a youngster to be able to see what it was,
and it was crazy.
It was. I mean, that's the only time that I can think of when I think back and I go, fuck, the high school girls were like going nuts for wanting to be in the boxing news because they wanted to know what the fuck Oscar was doing, and shit, you think high school girls now give a fuck about boxing? They really don't follow it like that. But fuck, Oscar would have created a whole another different generation of following that would have been.
Maybe like, Ryan Garcia. Crazy. You know, a lot of them high school girls know about Ryan Garcia.
It's funny you say that.
Ryan Garcia is a poor man's Oscar to me. Like I mean, because Oscar had mind you, Ryan Garcia was good, but Oscar had a whole
who could
phenom level of skill level that came with it. You know, the whole golden
Emiliano Vargas.
Can be who?
That guy.
Well, who could be the next?
That guy. With social media on his pocket.
It has to be somebody that...
He's a good-looking dude. The kid could fight, and he comes from an allegiance of fighting on blood. I think he has all the makings to become a megastar, De La Hoya-esque.
The next Mexican-American crossover rock star?
I think people struggle because I think...
to
match what De La Hoya did, you have to come in as a star. When De La Hoya turned pro, he was already a star. He already had the story of the Golden Boy and all that shit. So you have to have a humongous amateur career to get you kicked off, so that people
I don't know if that's accurate though. I don't think you have to have a humongous amateur career, but I think
enough, bro. To
if you win win the gold medal, that's a big thing because all those people that watch the Olympics that don't watch any other sports, you know, they're gonna know who you are and. They're going to want to know, especially if you want a gold medal.
Well, you're right. Let me rephrase that. Not necessarily maybe the gold medal, right? You may be not needing that pedigree in amateurs where you're having a gold medal or you're having, 10-time Golden Gloves winner or some shit like that, right? No, you just have to have enough story that's already been kicked off by the time you turn pro to where, I'll give you an example.
De La Hoya's pro debut was important. Emiliano's wasn't.
You want me to tell you who's got a shot with it right now that comes to mind in my mind?
Who?
Your friend.
Who?
The Irish Monster.
He's a
youngster. And Irish sells humongous in dollars. I mean, look at Conor McGregor's story, right? But you get him it's already on the news. He's already a youngster, who's already catching attention.
Fighting at the national level.
Yeah, if he goes and takes a medal at the Olympics, doesn't even have to be the gold medal. If he takes a medal at the Olympics, you now have gazillions of dollars making.
Will they have him represent America, or do you think he'll represent?
He'll be America.
Yeah. It would be. I mean, it would be America, but
Irish American
with an Irish following. Yeah, I think America's a big enough melting pot where there's enough of it to where you still support.
I mean, they're obviously part of their roots, right? It's like a la Irish Mickey Ward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
or as they said on Great White Hype, it just means you're white. When they call you Irish, bro. Like, hey.
And for the record, Dick Eklund did knock down Sugar Ray Leonard.
That part.
Man, listen, bro. Floyd Mayweather was actually in the news too because my man, the Great One, said that he's in the rumors to be fighting who in Greece?
It's Tyson, eh?
Mike Tyson, bro. Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, back in the news talking about an exhibition in Athens, Greece.
Mike Tyson outweighs him by 500 pounds. Floyd Mayweather is fucking 500 years younger.
They're almost the same height.
Hey, real shit, huh?
Are they really?
Tyson's not really that.
I mean, not much of a.
Really that tall though.
Yeah, Tyson, he's a short heavyweight.
Tyson's 5'10", right?
That's probably the closest thing they got in common.
Which he may be 5'9" by now, bro. Hey, Tyson's older. I'm just keeping it real.
You know which is crazy? I just want to share this quick story. I got a chance to stand right alongside Mike Tyson when I was a little 12-year-old kid. And I can't remember his height. But what I do remember was he was just, to me, I guess maybe because of his persona, he was just larger than life. He was massive. I just remember looking up and I saw these gigantic broad shoulders. But as a kid thinking about it, I'm like, he's only 5'10"? I was like, that's crazy. I thought that motherfucker was like 6'3", 6'10" or something.
I saw him as a giant on TV.
Saw his neck, bro, was this big though.
It was something else, some surreal stuff as a kid. But it just blows my mind that he. Like you mentioned, their height's that close.
No, listen. The crazy part for you is that you say you experienced that as a kid and with Tyson, right? Where you're looking on like as an adult. For me, we were in Vegas. I see Hasim Rockman, and that dude is literally a giant human being, bro. His fists were bigger than the size of my head. This fool's cranked down arms like this, man. Had guns that were like my torso, bro. It was nuts, bro, to see somebody that big. And I don't realize how. Like, when I used to see his fights, like, he was big, but he didn't look... He was fighting giants, too.
Think about this. I never had the honor of meeting my favorite fighter, Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, bro.
But Lewis was even bigger than Fozzie Rockman, bro. Think about that. That's why Rockman didn't look that big, because he was like, oh, he's fighting a bigger guy. He's smaller. And just, he looks big, but he's not that big. No, man, that's just the illusion that we created growing up and stuff.
Oh, I was like, he's huge, bro.
Now, although I didn't go over there and go say what up to him like you did, because you know how
I did. It felt well. It felt well him telling me how much knocking Lennox out was good in his life.
But I saw the man, and I was like, God bless, man. This moment like a what do you call it? A transformer walking. That's big, mofo.
It's the crazy part, bro. It's the crazy part, because that day we met a couple heavyweight champs of the world, right? And mind you, Michael Moros did start off as light heavyweight anyway, too. But we met Michael Moro there that day, and I thought Michael Moro, I was like, okay, you look like what, in my mind, you were going to look like. Just Hasim Rahman did not look like what I thought he was going to look like that day. I was like, holy shit, you're a giant, bro. You know, he's like, humongous human being.
I want to share this, like Jerry shared said a couple of episodes ago, in regards to sitting next to fighters ringside and stuff, where they're not giving that energy vibe, and you're like, man, these guys are suckers. I hate to admit it, man, because I grew up watching Michael second to none, and I thought he was a badass fighter, one of the best middleweights. I'll say top 25. I'm keeping it real. I'm not even saying that because of the situation, but at the end of it, we were there, front row center, biggest, largest booth in the entire freaking spot where all these legends were at. Former, present, past, whatever the case. All these classic and dope ass fighters, and he was right there next to us. And was a shady ass buster. And I'm gonna say that. I don't care if somebody does forward it to him. Like I lost.
He said
all
that.
Respect.
He said that.
I'm gonna reiterate that though. He was shady as hell. I lost all respect. I grew up watching
shady
that
ass buster.
That's what he said. Shady ass buster, bro.
I grew up watching that mofo, and the way he fucking tried to come at me or treat me, I'm like, motherfucker, I'm standing right here in a bigger booth than your little fucking table, dog. And you're gonna treat me like I'm some fucking sucker? Fuck. I didn't say that to him. I was like, looked at him like, fuck that fool.
His ego got hurt because the 4luvofboxing booth was bigger than his.
Yeah.
Shame on him.
That's probably what it was.
Maybe she should have gave a love.
Yeah, and that's probably what it was. It was crazy because Sean Porter gave love. You know what I mean?
Hey, Michael Nunn showed me love the next day though, chilling in the fucking casino, just chilling. Not anything to do with it. Yeah. That's why I said. That's why I said that. Bro, it wasn't. He didn't show. That was you though. I'm just saying. I don't know what you did to him, bro. Hey, what if you were like talking to him and you said like this, bro? And Michael second and none was like, "Hey, what the fuck's going on here? Yeah. I'm being grabbed and shit." I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know. It could have played out a little different.
But deadass, he was literally like 5 feet away from.
Listen. There's a phenomenon that happens, bro, when you're at the convention, and then when you actually see them outside of the convention when they're not in business.
When they're regular people.
Yeah, because Zap Judah was also a little bit kind of like jerkish at the fucking thing where he was like, oh, quickly, whatever. But then ran into him at the fucking casino afterwards, and that fool was mad cool, bro. Yeah. It was actually chilling and saying what's up, you know.
Different personalities, but how many other fighters actually in the convention gave us mad fucking love.
Hey, the crazy part about the whole thing, bro, so many like ex-champions and great fighters. That's what I was about to say. The dude that captured the fucking moment was Blair Cobb, bro. I mean, that fool literally captured the whole arena. When he walked in, every head said, who just walked in? And everybody knew he was there. And the moment he was walking, everybody was like, you almost had to take a breath and go, oh shit, that was pretty cool that he was just here. Like, who was he?
Really? He got that kind of love?
I don't know, but he captured the crowd.
Man, where the hell has he been at?
Bro, that's a really good question because he came in with charisma and swag.
He came in real shit, bro. He captured it more than
he
anybody
had everybody's attention, bro. Like it was dope.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, I'm like, damn, all these legends. Yeah. And everybody's giving him all that, but he magnetized it though because the way how he walked in literally when he walked in. Whoa!
He did, bro.
What the hell? What's going on? And that's just how his energy was the entire time while he was in there. Just loud,
straight up, bro,
energetic, and full of joy. And it wasn't like he was just coming and being like, man, you know who the hell I am. He was like, what's up, y'all? How is y'all doing? Man, he was cool people, man.
Yeah, man.
You actually got a chance to
that's what I'm saying, bro. I was like, most of the time, them dudes ain't like that. And that fool was like, in his mind, he's a complete superstar. And in that moment, he was a superstar. I'm telling you, he captured the whole convention.
He was selling himself.
He was, bro. And I'm telling you, Michael Moore in the house, Rockman in the house. I mean, Marquez in the house, Tim Bradley in the house, Sean Porter in the house, Zab Judah in the house. All these fighters. And Blair Cobb is the one that everybody's like, oh. Yeah, it was nuts, man.
Let me try
nutty phenomenon.
Let me try to bring this back full circle because we're about to go on a Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday about to be out.
These two throwback fighters, Mayweather and Pacquiao, are scheduled to meet in Las Vegas, the fight capital, in September. I believe Mexican Independence Weekend, live at the Sphere.
Oh, at the Sphere.
The Sphere.
We were just talking about needing to capture a fight.
Exactly. See, again, attention seeking. He does not like to leave money on the table for anybody else to get if your name ain't Floyd Mayweather.
Hey, Mexico versus the world is happening, and Canelo Alvarez is the.
That's going to be during the day. That'll be during the day.
I bet
it's going to be in Riyadh.
Canelo's going to own the weekend.
Yes, all day boxing on that day. Trust me.
Canelo owns that weekend, bro. That's Canelo's weekend.
Well, you know what? He didn't fight. He's not fighting in May. And he's
because
not fighting in prime time in September
because he's recovering, bro.
It don't matter if he's recovering or not. He's losing the fucking dates. And I said what I said.
I like seeing the May one going for other people is actually good, bro.
Canelo's going to fight middle of the fucking day in Riyadh. He's going to be a great fight card. By the time that fight ends, it'll be like 6 p.m. locally.
Who does
and then you turn on the pay-per-view for the Mayweather-Pacquiao. And that's going to be at the first boxing event at the Sphere.
Who do those weekends belong to now?
Who do they belong to now? They belong to anybody that's of Mexican descent.
I think David Benavidez.
I don't think so. It belongs to a monster, but not that one. There's another monster. He those weekends for me. He is, bro. He saved those weekends. He saved those weekends for me a couple times
so
running.
Let's talk about it. May 2nd, they made it official this week.
Who's he fighting?
Versus 32-0, Inoue versus Nakatani.
Yeah. Live at the Tokyo Dome.
Listen, I love the Benavidez, but that's the monster that's bringing it too, bro. Man, Monster Inoue is the shit, bro.
You guys know me. I don't get jealous of much, but man, my boy, Texas kid out there in Texas and H-Town, shout out. He's going to Japan for he's going up there. Him and the wife are going on vacation, but they're gonna go to the fight too.
Unbelievable,
bro. Kudos to y'all.
Shout out to you, man. Yeah. Man, I'm so jealous.
Hey, on boxing _cheeseman, man, give your boys the 4Level Boxing a shout out, homie. But yeah, real talk, they're going out there for that fight. Nakatani is the challenger in this fight, going up against Inoue.
Man, what a fight!
And it's going to be a big fight for Japan and just for boxing. That fight's going to be on early morning, probably in the U.S. Or midday, which is going to then lead into the Benavidez fight.
If Inoue wins, is he at 1 pound for pound?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Well, yeah, Nakatani's in the top 10.
Man, but Usyk, man, how can you excuse Usyk not being there, bro?
Right now, the fact that Usyk is fighting who he's fighting.
I think that drops it down for me a little bit.
Because of who he's fighting? Yeah.
Because of his level of opposition.
He's fighting a non-pro boxer. He's fighting a guy making his pro debut. Okay, yeah. Maybe he's a monster in his own realm of his field. Respect.
I would be okay with I don't
know. I don't like those gimmick
with
fights
the fights.
Like that,
the two fights that have been between those two, Inoue's fight that was announced and then Usyk's fight that was announced all this week. Just for the fight announcement alone and the opposition, if those fights go through, Inoue deserves to go up number one on the pound for pound. Usyk's at number 2 because of respect. And then, of course, who's at number 3? And that's for debate.
Well, listen, then I guess that 4luvofboxing, you're going to have to be tuning in a couple weeks when we do our quarterly top 5 pound for pound fucking names announced anyway, so you can actually get where we're at. Because there's got to be some switches, right? Crawford's retired. He's not in there. You know what I mean? So there's going to be some movement going on in there, man. There might be a different monster moving into my top 5, too. So we'll see, too, man.
Hey, Benavidez beats Zurdo. He might be moving up, too.
Yeah, man. What that means for Benavidez if he wins, bro. Oh, man, how many doors, how many options that he's got that are all mega fights, bro.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing. He loses the Zurdo, and if it's a close fight, the only option would be that rematch with Zurdo. Bro.
If it's Mexico versus the world in Riyadh, I mean, you got Canelo as a headliner. Why not put David Benavidez as a co-headliner for that? Yeah. And then they build that animosity up even
That's
more.
what they said, right? David Benavidez would fight Bivol. That would be the fight that weekend.
I actually saw Turkey.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Turkey Al-Sheikh literally was asking this week, can David Benavidez make 168 still? So...
No,
man.
But he would fight Bivol for the belts at 75.
David told us that he can't make 168. We heard it. We heard it from the man himself. We don't even need nobody asking.
My point is, it's still simmering.
Oh, man, listen, I want to see David fight at his best. And if he's telling me he can't make 168 no more, then he wouldn't be at his strongest no more.
And Canelo moved up to 175 for 2 fights already. Why couldn't he go to 75?
Oh, no, listen, if it's just for the Canelo fight, he can go up to 175 and go fucking fight David there, bro. I don't think David killing himself to make 168 would make it a better fight at all, bro. I want to see, if and when Canelo and Benavidez happens, I want to see them both at their best. Bro, I don't want to see David have to kill himself to make fucking weight and then not be at his best there either.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I
agree.
You know, I for the longest time was not on the wagon. A lot of people were because they saw something that I wasn't, and I was maybe just giving Canelo the respect because he's a synagogue. But that fucking Saul Canelo Alvarez is fucking David. He's ducking David Benavidez, bro, and I fucking say it out loud for the first time ever. Man. He is ducking David Benavidez, bro. Real talk.
If the fight happens and Canelo
it's not
gets
gonna happen.
$100 million for it,
Canelo's not gonna fight David, bro.
Look like fucking clowns.
Canelo is not gonna fight David.
You just said Mexico versus the world. If David Benavidez is the co-headline and he knocks Dimitri Bivol out, and Canelo Alvarez is the actual main event of that fight, and he wins over Terrence Crawford, which is the rumored fight within there, right?
No, it'll be in Billy probably.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
It's gonna be in Billy.
Well, let's just say it's in Billy, right? He knocks in Billy out. If Benavidez looks beneficial, bro, then you have $100 million fight. That's why they're doing it, bro.
Well,
and then we're all gonna look like, oh shit, they made 100. And listen, and then we're all gonna be very happy for David.
Make
Benavidez,
us liars. Make us liars.
It would be David Benavidez' biggest payday.
But that's if Benavidez gets added to that card, dog. You're saying like it's
no. I would think that that's the only optional way to go business wise, bro. Look, they're angling it, bro.
We are trying to.
They have definitely kept Canelo going, trying to figure out how to milk the money part out of it, and they've done a very good job of that. But keeping it relevant, eventually they're gonna have to play that card, bro. And $100 million fight is what does it, bro.
Or maybe it's Canelo versus Lester Martinez.
That'd be an interesting fight, but I don't think it sells, bro. I don't think you could sell it here to that mega scale.
No, Lester's gonna have the interim belt by that time, and then Billy's gonna be the full champ. So Canelo's not going to go for an interim bout. He's going to go for multiple
I hope that Terrence Crawford comes out of retirement, fights Canelo, and I hope that Billy and Lester Martinez get a crack at it, and they embrace Lester as a Mexican for that one and shit, and they add him to that card that way and shit. Yeah, it'd be nice. But I don't know. I don't think that Billy and Lester Martinez ever fight again. I don't think it's going to ever happen. I think he's too dangerous to Billy.
So Martinez got a date. Do you guys remember what date that is?
I believe it's
March 22nd.
It's March?
March 22nd, 2 weeks from now.
So
23rd.
I mean
23rd.
I mean they're both young men, and Billy and Lester. I'm just saying, after Lester handles business, maybe they can run the shit back in the summertime.
Well, listen, here's the deal: that if Billy stays with the WBC belt, he has to fight him. He has a contractual right that says within 2 fights he has to fight Lester for that rematch.
But here's the thing, But if he can play his cards right, where he fights Canelo instead, they're not going to kick a fuss about that. They're going to allow that 100%.
Oh, 100%.
Can't believe everything the WBC tells you.
Yeah, they're going to allow it.
No, most
Canelo's
definitely.
name involved.
You want me to tell you, I don't think that they're going to go that way because I don't think you could sell that fight for Canelo. I really don't. I think that we've seen that fight before. That's him just fighting James Kirkland again. It's tailor-made for fucking Canelo style, bro. He comes forward and it's like, you know what I mean? Like that. I've seen that.
That comparison right there, bro.
Yeah, no, I think that.
Big, strong, doesn't mean nothing. Just too sharp.
I think that the fight that would be interesting with Canelo if at 168 would be what's his name? Shiraz. Yeah, that's a big dude, big, tall, lanky dude.
That's UK's Kelly Pavlik right there.
He'd have to kill the body.
He got power too, man.
Yeah, man.
I love that. UK's Kelly Pavlik. Yeah.
There you can take it up there.
The body shape and form, and he's solid, man. He's built solid, man. He's got long, lanky arms and a big torso too.
You have Canelo fighting.
Hamza
you have
Shiraz.
Canelo fighting that dude. I think you could pull that in any of the England stadiums and sound it out. I mean, like that's.
I don't know if this version of Canelo beats a Hamza Shiraz though.
I didn't say about the fight would actually look like. I'm just looking at the economics of it, how it would play.
Yeah,
out,
big
you know
money,
what I mean?
big
a lot
money.
of money, a lot of money.
Well, if anybody can make the David Benavidez versus Canelo fight, if anybody could fucking make it, it's Robert Steele, Turkey.
What would have to be there, bro? He promised he was gonna make that shit. That was the whole reason of Canelo going over.
Well, here's the thing, though: is if you make a fight like that, it's not going to be in Saudi Arabia. They're going to have to make the most money off of that fight, and that means casino money.
Where could Netflix broadcast that fight? Because that's what it would be. Real shit. If
It'll be on Netflix, you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's
I mean, that's a huge pay-per-view fight. You got to make money off of that.
Do you think for the common fan that Canelo Benavidez is bigger than Crawford Canelo was?
Yep.
You think so? You think more people know Benavidez than Crawford?
Yeah.
More people are excited to see Benavidez than Crawford, respectfully.
So here's the thing: is Crawford became a household name after he beat Canelo.
Yeah.
Not many people knew who Terrence Crawford was. I mean, people knew who he was.
He could fill arenas in his home, Nebraska.
Now, and maybe New York, but again, too, the promoter would have to work.
Now, here's for the sake of argument: has Benavidez ever filled arenas in anywhere other than Arizona?
That's a really good question. And
I don't know if it was a sellout in Vegas.
I don't know if he did a sellout, but I thought he did pretty decent in Vegas.
I just think that you would have more of the follower fan in the Latino community, more so than the Black American community. If you're comparing Benavidez's popularity compared to Terrence Crawford.
So you think more Latinos follow Benavidez than more blacks follow Terrence Crawford?
No, I think more Latinos follow boxing.
I don't know. I don't know.
If the fight happened next, I think it would be more popular and more bigger than the Terrence Crawford fight.
It's not I don't know. It's a fact.
For me, I
Google
think...
it.
No,
statistically speaking, there's more Latino fans and fighters on the planet for boxing.
Then who?
Anyone else?
Then blacks, bro. Blacks have a big population that Latinos don't have, bro. Mexico is a regional country that's like this big in comparison to a big map of the world that is.
You didn't catch what I said. I didn't say Mexican. I said Latino.
Oh, okay. But then you also get into regional. No, but then you also get into regional shit because
you're not Mexican, but you're a big David Benavidez fan.
100%. Okay. But you can't. But you can't go into the Caribbean with that argument. Right? They're not gonna pull it. They're not gonna sell it.
Like I said, there's more Latino fans.
Yeah, I think if you go into the Latino argument, yes. I also think that Latino's so regional that I don't think you have a unified Latino champ. Like Canelo kind of carried that way because of the way Canelo kind of is. I don't think that you have another personality kind of like Canelo to carry that banner like that. And I'm just saying as I look out there. Unfortunately, somebody like Ryan Garcia could probably carry that fucking flag, but that's not somebody who's got the quality or that level of skill level of fighting to really carry it. Yeah, I think that that's where you run into the problems with the.
You're talking about so.
Yeah.
But he can produce the popularity, but unfortunately, he can't be the face of boxing. Is that
here's where I think Benavidez runs into problems. Right now, it's not very popular to be Latino in the United States. I've seen this within myself when I've asked people about what they think. They definitely need a lot more people when I kind of gauge just the regular Joe Schmo person that you break into conversation, that more people know who Terrence Crawford is than who Benavidez is, and I think that he runs into a problem.
Because he fought Canelo.
Yeah, for that, but I think even before the Canelo fight, more people knew who Terrence Crawford was than Benavidez was, and I think that's the problem he runs into. Isn't so much necessarily his resume, because I think Benavidez is now putting together an excellent resume that rivals with anybody who's
solid point
right now.
I get where you're going.
Yeah, I just think he's. Oh man!
But this
almost
is
at a wrong time that he's going. Now, what solves that is a couple of these humongously major fights that keep happening. He just got to keep winning.
Yeah,
he keeps winning, and that was my point the other time. But that was my point last time when it came up when you guys were saying that he doesn't have to worry about respecting the oath. He does at this fucking point because he's so dominant that anything but that overwhelming fucking ass kicking that he delivers to people would leave the common fan maybe not necessarily being pulled in as much. And he's at a very striking time. Like, I mean, that's one dude that we're hoping that he's number one here.
We were hoping that it was going to be him versus Canelo, and it's just not going to happen. Never will. It's fine. But Gilberto Ramirez, Dimitri Bivol, and Arthur Beterbiev.
You run through that gauntlet.
You run through that.
No, we're going to find out a lot even right now, starting off with Zurdo, bro.
Greatness right there, but where you place him at is going to be determined where he ends his career.
No, listen.
But my goodness, what a gauntlet to go through. And if he dominates through that, which I actually could see happening, because he's the fresher fighter of the bunch. Man, massive.
I mean, just the first one to start off with, bro. If he beats Zurdo, we're talking about something else, bro. Yeah. Zurdo is a naturally bigger fucking dude who's a world-class fucking boxer himself, who's gone up and become the first Mexican cruiserweight champion ever,
Unified.
bro. To go and take that from him, bro, it's going to take an effort, bro. That would already solidify him at where he's at, bro. Not that he needs anything else to solidify him where he's at, but this just now puts him on a whole nother level. That's what I said to me. If he wins, where he's breaking into my top 5, the pound per pound, he's already kind of there for me. Top 10 is not even a question.
You look at David Benavidez' career the last 18 to 24 months, and the growth has been evident.
The question's gonna be is, do you guys like Benavidez enough to remove Bam Rodriguez from the top 5? Because that's
as long as Bam keeps winning and doing what the fuck Bam does. Yeah. Bam's gonna be up there.
For me, I have Benavidez in there already, and Bam at 6.
Well, we'll see what Bam's next 3 fights are compared to David's next 3 fights, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Bam's ducking Chocolatito the same way Canelo's ducking.
Charlie, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Central American bias. You see how that shit works?
So see how he fucking tries to roll that shit into
as soon as we said something about the Central American,
why don't you roll that Central American bias into that pipe you're smoking over there? There ain't no haterism going on. Chocolatito, just where's he at, bro? What's he been doing lately? He ain't fighting nobody. He's retired, bro. Let it go. He's not
fighting nobody because they all dug. He's too good, bro. Chocolatito, even in his old age, is too good. That's too dangerous.
And I told you, man, he was my number 1 pound for pound. Wow, everybody thought Mayweather was him. I never thought that.
When was the second fight with Sorvingo signed?
The second fight?
Yeah, when was that?
2000.
Right before COVID?
17, 18.
Damn.
You haven't seen Chocolatito lose in 8 years. Since that fight.
Well, we haven't seen him fighting too.
I said what I said. He fought Gallo twice in that time.
I saw him lose to Estrada.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
you saw everybody in the stadium booing worse than what they booed when Jordan Martinez got the draw, bro. That's what you saw there that day. All the Mexican fans going, that's some bullshit. There's a Central American bias.
Bro, there's some Central American favoritism going on that side of the table.
Because the favorite fighter took the L. And
that was not. The favorite fighter there was Gallo, bro. That was a pro-Mexican fucking crowd, bro.
Stop. Listen, bro. No, bro. I said Latino, and I meant what I said, bro.
Yes.
Latino fighters, they're definitely national culture freaking pride, okay?
They are. In Texas, in Cowboy Stadium where that shit was had, the Mexicans show up, bro.
They support Latino fighters. Alexis Aguero had a huge Mexican following.
Not in Texas. Not in Cowboy Stadium. Every time they brought Alexis Aguero to fight in the States, they would take him to the East Coast. They take him to Miami and shit like that, bro.
Who are you talking about fighting in Texas?
Chocolatito and Gallo fought there. You guys were there live, right? Weren't you guys there live for that second fight between Chocolatito and Gallo in Cowboy Stadium and live there in Dallas?
I don't think they fought in Dallas.
Where did they fight the second fight? You guys were there. I wasn't there. I was there for the third fight.
I remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
It wasn't San Diego because they didn't fight each other there.
No. Let me pull it up on the Google machine, bro. We'll find out real quick.
But anyways, yeah.
If
we wind down this, so you guys, we went pretty long in this episode, my guy.
Yeah, it's been going, bro. We are at
Mayweather Pacquiao. What's your prediction? Bro. Early prediction.
I think because Pacquiao is the more fresher actual fighter, he gets the nod just because of that. Mayweather is the well-rounded, better fighter overall, but because of his shelving and non-existence in the actual freaking ring, and I'm sure he's always in the gym, I just think it's going to pay dividends against him. His lack of experience in that ring, which he has a lot of. He's got a lot of ring rust, and I think Pacquiao's going to get him. And there's nothing to be bragging about, though, because you being an older man, you know?
Yeah, I'm not too crazy about the fight, to be honest with you, but it is going to draw attention. It is going to draw eyeballs. There's a lot of rabid Mayweather fans and a lot of rabid Manny Pacquiao fans. We got a couple of them in the room. But it is one of those money grab fights for me. So I'm just gonna leave it at that because it doesn't do much for either one of their profiles. To be honest with you, I don't think it elevates boxing, but it is going to be on Netflix, so it is going to bring a lot of eyeballs to the sport. I hope what it does do is it surprises some people because they are going to be older. Yeah. They are going to be open to more possible punches landing. Yeah. Again, too, the bigger puncher between the two is Pacquiao, right? But you got to be there to get hit by those shots.
I think Manny being more active more recently in actual pro fights than what Mayweather has been might be a dictating factor. I also find it, I'm going to be tuning in because I would find it incredibly fucking funny if Floyd lost at this fucking point after that record has been built up as the defining factor in so long, bro.
Isn't both these guys already in the Hall of Fame, too?
Yes. They are, bro. They're both Hall of Famers already.
Both retired Hall of Fame fighters, and still trying to do it, you know. And I remember that was like the whole thing about Pacquiao coming back out and all that stuff too. But hey, respect to the guys. Sometimes I know it's hard to turn away from something you basically the only thing you know, like it's your passion and your love since you were a child. I can't imagine you can't just freaking just turn that off. And sometimes it gets a little scary and sad, excuse me, to see your favorite fighters just go too long. You got to know when to quit.
Listen, salute to both of you guys. They checked the Google machine. That fight was in Dallas. You guys were there, and you guys can't remember being at
It wasn't at Jerry's. It wasn't at Cowboy Stadium.
But you guys were there in Dallas. You guys can't remember that fight? They were the Mexicans were booing Mexican fighters. That's in Dallas. That's some shit. Never see that again, though. Salute to you guys. Haven't been to so many fucking fights, though, bro. Keep adding them to the fucking resume. Listen, on a Thursday, we about to be the fuck up out of here. Thank you guys for continuing to tune in. Make sure you guys tune in next week. We'll be back live on Friday. Yup.
Y'all stay blessed.
4luvofboxing. Yeah.